now that Chipotle is looking to give away up to $100,000 in Bitcoin, which would be what, not even, two of the coins, right? At the rate it's going. Nevertheless, it is getting enormous attention. D.R. Barton back with us of Woodshore Financial Group, principal there. Scott Martin, Kingsview Asset Management CIO, Fox News contributor. Well, this is a little different. I mean, Chipotle does not join the normal crowd that we've seen of late, including Goldman, kicking around the idea, and Tesla with this sort of thing. I'm not quite sure what this means, though, for Chipotle. It's an added boost, I guess, to get people in. But what do you make of it?
Neil, I love it. In fact, Neil, why am I always the last one to know on burritos, though? That's the question. I mean, look, burritos, tacos, I love them all. Usually when Goldman, though, gets involved in something like this, the fun's over. But ironically, in this case, I think the fun's just starting. You mentioned all the other companies that are talking about Bitcoin, even the PayPals, the Squares, the Visas, the MasterCards. So what it means for Chipotle is they're getting on that bandwagon to kind of catch that rise in the, let's say, alternative currency. And it speaks to the fact that, a lot of portfolio managers like ourselves, Neil, have bought gold in the past to hedge against, say, fixed income volatility or equity volatility. And Bitcoin is becoming a real asset class for portfolios as far as choice.
Yeah, for the time being, DR, they're not saying you can buy your burritos with Bitcoin. That might be coming down the pike. I know Tesla is offering that with the $1.5 billion that Elon Musk got, bought of the currency, that buyers could do so. But where do you see this going?
Well, I think it's just really smart marketing, Neil, kind of pure and simple. If you look up Chipotle online, you're going to find, maybe 50 million hits in Google. If you look up Bitcoin, you're going to find 688 million. It is very hot. They want their name associated with something hot where they don't have to pay royalties to the NFL or the NBA or someone like that to have a marketing campaign. So they have an app that's called Bitcoin or Burritos or Bitcoin. You play a game on there to see if you win some of the Bitcoin, fractional Bitcoin, or can win a burrito, and that's it. So it's a really kind of interesting marketing ploy. I don't think it has any legs in terms of Bitcoin being accepted at Chipotle anytime soon.
I'd probably still go for the burrito. But Scott, looking at this, Bitcoin is serious now, isn't it? It's gone from now being, sort of shunned as sort of like an odd investment to one being embraced by a lot of Main Street players. What do you make of that?
Bitcoin was a T-shirt a few years ago of one which I bought, in fact, that I'm happy to wear out because people, what's so funny about that is perfect example of the T-shirt. It's an orange T-shirt and has the Bitcoin symbol on it. 3 or 4 years ago, Neil, nobody would stop and ask about it, but now they do. And it's probably because they see me on the shows all the time, right? But the reality is, and they watch Fox and everything like everybody else, but the reality is people want to talk about it, Neil. Like, they're very interested in it. So the fact that, to DR's point, whether it's at Chipotle or be able to use it on a Visa card or something like that, that's making it part of society and part of society to come, I think.
All right, gentlemen, food for thought. See what I did there? Food for... Okay, fine. It's the best I could do on a win. All right.